Hi everyone, so welcome back to another video. In the last session, we were able to deploy our project in our instance, right? And also we were discussed some of the problems as well. So in this video, we are going to solve those problems. All right. So let me quickly connect with my instance. The connection is successfully made. So here you can see I was cloned my project into my server, right? So let me go inside that folder, expense tracker, AWS. Fine. So let me start that project. Node app.js. Fine. You can see my project is running on port number 3000. We can request through our public IP address. So let me try that as well. Right now it is HTTP. Yeah, this is our IP address, port number 3000/home. You can see my project is deployed in this IP address. I made a request, it's returned properly. Even if I want, I can sign up and sign in. I can do all the activities as well. Okay. So the problem that we were discussed, one of the problem, whenever I close this server, okay, the connection lost actually, right? So you can see that I couldn't reach that website. Okay. So how can we solve this? I already discussed about the PM2 process manager. So we can actually install that one. So for that, what I'm going to do, npm install. I want to make it go globally, so I'm just giving -g and PM2. So once I downloaded PM2, I can use a command PM2 start app.js. Okay. So you can see my terminal is my cursor is returned back to the home to the folder, and also right now you can see the status is actually online. Okay. Right now, even if I close my terminal as well. Okay. So let me do that as well. So I just simply close my terminal. Even if I close my terminal as well, I can actually access my mm, website. Okay, so one problem is actually solved. So let me connect to my EC2 instance again. So what's the next problem we have discussed? This port is actually open, this 3000. Okay, so this is actually not used for showing our project or deploying our website. For that, there is a default port number 80. Okay, so once you can see, if I have my website over here, if I type port number 80, you can see that it will again return back to Mufil Rahman. Okay, so if I try 3000, it will show error because it couldn't reach to that port number 3000 at this point of time. But so what we want to do, whenever a request came from our client in our IP address, okay, without port, just like /home. Okay, whenever a request came like this, we want to get response from that 3000 port and we want to return that response into client. Okay, that's what we want to do right now so that we can hide that port, right? So in order to set up this, we will use Nginx. Nginx is reverse proxy engine. It will get requests from client and it will get responses and it will return that responses into client. All this activity will be managed by Nginx. Okay, so initially we want to download Nginx. So I'm attaching a form with this video. You can follow the either you can follow that document. Otherwise, you can. I will attach a link in the description. It is a blog here also. Here also the steps will be mentioned here. But there is a some change because it is around 2 years old blog. So there are some changes happen. Okay, it's better to follow this doc. Okay, otherwise you can follow this blog as well. Okay, anyway, what are the steps basically we need to follow? Firstly, we need to install Nginx. For that, we have a command sudo yum install Nginx. Okay, so before that, let me update everything. Sudo yum update. Okay, so sudo yum install Nginx. It is asking permission. Let me give that permission. So you can see it is downloaded successfully. So what's the command? Nginx-v in order to confirm that downloading is successful. It is showing the version as well, so it is successful. And what's next? We just installed the Nginx. I want to start that Nginx. Okay, sudo systemctl start Nginx. Okay, it is started. So once it started, I want to check the status as well. So let me check that as well. You can see in the green letters it is active running. Okay, so it is fine, it is running properly. Okay, so once your Nginx start running, we need to configure that Nginx. Okay, so we want to create a configuration file in Nginx folder. So in order to do that, right now you can see we are in EC2 user. So we want to go back to the root user. For that, what we can do, we can use a command cd dot dot slash dot dot. Okay, so I want to go back two steps. Firstly, I will go back to home folder, then I will go back to the root folder. So let me go back here. If you type command ls, you can see all the folder inside our root folder. Okay, so in which file I want to go? Inside this file, etc nginx conf.d. Okay, so you can either just copy this command, otherwise you can go by folder, one folder by folder. Okay, so let me paste this one. So I am inside that conf.d folder. I want to create a configuration file inside this folder. Okay, for that I can use a command sudo vim x expense tracker dot conf. You can give whatever the name you want, but make sure that you are using this conf extension. All right, so let me click enter. So it will open a text editor. You can type I in order to insert the configuration setup inside this file. So this is our configuration. So I can copy this. Let me copy this and paste over here. Okay, so I have pasted, I have created a configuration file and I have written configuration command over here. Okay, so I can click escape. Okay, colon right q wq. Okay, so when you use that ls command, you can see that configuration file is set up over there. Okay, so once you did this, you can come back to your EC2 user. Okay, so let me do that. You can use a command cd then tilde. Okay, so this is the tilde actually. Okay, you can use cd tilde. So I came back to my EC2 user. Okay, the main folder. Here is our project clone here. Okay, so I want to restart my Nginx. Okay, so what's the command for that? So you can use this command. So let me copy and paste it over here. So it is actually restarted. If you want, you can check the status as well. So it is status checks. You can see it is actively running. Okay, so the Nginx setup is also done. Okay, so let me try to call my IP address over here. So you can see even if I didn't give that port number, then also I can get the response from this IP address itself. So the Nginx setup is also successful. Okay, even if I use that port number, then also I can get this page. Okay, so I don't want to happen this because I don't want to open this port. So what you can do, you can go back to your instance. There is a security group. So inside this security group, you can basically change the rules that you have given. So let me edit, and you can actually close this port because we don't want to open this port, right? So let me save this rule. So you can see right now you can't access using 3000 port. You can see it is not receiving any response. Okay, but when I use, okay, when I use my IP address, then I can get a response. Okay, so this is how we set up Nginx. So what we will do in the next video, we will automate the entire building process using Jenkins, and also I will show you how to purchase a domain from GoDaddy, and we can set up that in the later video as well. Okay, so see you in the next video. Bye.